it's officially time to go home. We've now left Bali and come back home to the UK. But with that, I do have one last travel vlog that I wanted to pull together for you all to show just the little bits and bobs that maybe I filmed but never fleshed out into a full-on video, and to really give you the highlights of all the different areas we stayed in Bali, from Canggu, Uluwatu and Ubud. This 3-month trip was a trip of a lifetime, and immediately Josh and I have talked about the travel bug and how we want to explore the rest of the world. So we actually do have a video coming soon announcing where we're going next. So make sure you subscribe to see where in the world our travels take us. But for now, I'm just going to show you some highlights. Just speak up. Mumble. Canggu for us meant incredible food. It had lots of access to literally anything you fancied. But for me and Josh and our personal preferences, there wasn't a lot else for us in Canggu.
The one downside for Canggu for me was that the culture was almost a little bit diluted. As much as the food was incredible, a lot of it was Western, and there was a lot of focus around very nightclub style beach clubs. We still had an absolutely incredible time, don't get me wrong, but it didn't quite scratch the itch of what we wanted Bali to be for us. We spent quite a lot of time just chilling in our apartment. The one thing we were really missing here was things like day trips, getting to go out and explore in Bali. In Canggu, it was very much like we're going out to a restaurant if we're going out. But you can see we still had a fabulous time, and this is where we really sort of adjusted to what life in Bali was like. Learned how to ride a scooter, explored the island, drove around for hours, you name it, and we did our absolutely best to do it. One of my favourite moments in Canggu was some of the incredible restaurants with pools attached that we managed to find. Our accommodation didn't have a pool, so we really wanted to find somewhere where we could go swim, dip out of the hot weather sometimes, and make working feel like a holiday. And there's a lot of those in Canggu. From Blue to Katala, we got to see quite a few different places. During this weekend, we actually travelled up to Cedarmen, which we didn't stay at. It was the only place that we sort of visited that we didn't get to stay for a little bit, to do a jewellery making session where we made our own rings, which we still wear pretty much every day. But it's time to knock off the voiceover, turn off the music, and let you see what a day in the life in Katala, a beautiful pool restaurant in Canggu, was, where we're working and enjoying the sunshine. Yeah.
Rainy season is among us. We've been in the pool for like 20 minutes. No way have we been in for an hour, 20 minutes. And now we've had to hop out because it looks like it's going to pour down any second. Okay, back to work time.
Is it?
It is back to work time for Josh too, whether he wants to or not.
Is it?
It is. So just now I'm trying to figure out, we've realised that I've uploaded a YouTube video with an audio error in it. So I'm trying to, for the life of me, see if I can add a clip to YouTube instead of just cutting one out. So wish me luck. So it's been a few hours and the weather is starting to change, so it's almost time to get out of here. But first off, we have to drink our complimentary drinks from the lady who I think runs the business. After we left a TripAdvisor review, she came over with some drinks for us to enjoy. If you're in Canggu, 100% come here. We were looking for a place that would have a pool that we could relax in and work in, and 9 times out of 10 the places that were coming up on Google Maps were the beach clubs. I don't want to go to a beach club because I don't want to pay for a day bed. I don't want to have to deal with DJ music when I'm trying to work and drunk people. So if you are looking for somewhere that's a little bit more chill vibes, but that you still get all the benefits of a beach club, like having the pool, having the really good food and drinks, this is the place to come. It's significantly cheaper, the service is better, the food is better. When our month was coming up in Canggu and we were considering where was next,
There was no thought needed. From everything we'd seen about Uluwatu, it just screamed chill vibes. We'd already spent a little bit of time in Ubud, and it was creeping into rainy season, so we weren't sure about spending a full month back there. So Uluwatu it was, and chill is the perfect word to describe it. We found a good co-working space, beautiful beaches, and got to kind of dive in and go to the local warungs more regularly. And we had a bit of a better routine in Uluwatu as well, I would say. We didn't really order takeout so much. We didn't lock ourselves in our kind of apartment. We went out and explored, and it felt a lot less intimidating than the kind of hustle and bustle of Canggu.
I've got to say, in Bali, I haven't really been making much of an effort to get ready because the humidity and the rain has just meant that the second I do, I get either rained on and my hair drops or my makeup runs down my face or whatever. But today's a filming day, so I have made a point to try and look at least half decent. And today we're going to go and check out a co-working space. So we've recently moved to Uluwatu. We were staying in Canggu, right next to Canggu. It's much more laid back here. And there is a co-working space that's quite literally just opened down the road. A completely free co-working space as well, which is a nice touch. So we're gonna go and chill there for a few hours, get some work done, and I'm gonna take you with me.
The lovely thing about Uluwatu was we almost seemed to have a couple of places that we were regulars of. So the co-working space was one, Mana Uluwatu was another, and this is one place that I wish we'd come to more. This is Sunday's Beach Club. If you've watched the Uluwatu vlog, you'll know we scoped out Uluwatu for a small period of time while we were still in Canggu. We did a literal day trip on the bike to go and see it. And we managed to come to the hotel that Sundays is attached to for about an hour, but we never actually made it downstairs onto the beach. So we came back when we were staying here, and my God, I'm so glad we did. The beach clubs in Uluwatu are so chill, they're incredible. But the benefit that I loved the best about Sundays was that you also had access to like snorkeling and kayak equipment that was all included in the price of coming to the beach club. It is more expensive, you have to pay to enter, you have minimum spends to consider, but honestly, if you're going to Uluwatu, you have to go to Sundays. Another day out we managed to squeeze in was visiting the cultural park in Uluwatu. He had really mixed reviews, but honestly it was actually quite a fun day out. We just had bad timing because we went when G20 was on.
Cheeky day out at, you want to say it? GWK, the cultural park in like Uluwatu, Ungasen type area, where the big thing is this massive statue. Insane. The only shame is that it's G20 starting like next week. That's not a shame for Bali, but a shame for us because a lot of this cultural park is closed off because they're gonna be showing it off to all the leaders. Next stop. It's hot. It's very hot. I'm glad there's shuttles.
Then in what felt like no time at all, it was time to move on to a new location after a month in Uluwatu. We had a really awkward time, about 16 days or so left, so it felt right to end our trip the way we started it, back in Ubud. We'd spent about 10 days or so there when we first arrived, so it meant we would be spending roughly a month in that area too. Ubud is beautiful but so different from Uluwatu and Canggu. It's more humid, it's wetter, it rains a lot more, and it's a lot greener. So although we definitely had to deal with our fair share of pour downs, it was absolutely worth it to see through new eyes what we saw when we first landed in Bali.
Hi vlog. I've been a bit shit. I've wanted to film some more content like documenting Bali, but I feel like the trip has just run away with me a little bit, and now we're on our last full day and our last night in Bali before we leave for the airport tomorrow. So I absolutely had to get on camera and tell you a little bit more about it. I am gonna make sure that like I include all the little clips that I filmed along the way and you get to see those, but this is gonna be the last like vlog of Bali really.
Oh Jesus. But you see they're not trying to come in here, you know?
Holy shit, we're supposed to be going out for dinner. Like, I'm not going out there. Look at how many there are. And if you look, oh, you can't see him. He's in the shadow. He's like hiding. There's a gecko down there eating them. There's a froggo coming to eat them.
Yeah.
It's feasting time at the zoo.
Feasting time, all the food on the floor, oh my goodness.
For our last night, when we finally escaped the zoo of all the different moths outside of our room, we went to Jungle Fish, which was the most incredible place that I think we ate the whole time we were there. I had a slipper lobster, which was insanely good, and Josh had the duck. Plus, I think we ordered every side on the menu just for good luck. And it was one hell of a way to finish our last night in Bali.
This is it. We're officially checking out. We have cases in the corner ready to go, and we are leaving Ubud in like 10 minutes. We're gonna go to Simply Social one last time. We went there once, but only for like a snack and a drink. So I really want to go to lunch there. It's so pretty, and I feel like it would just be a nice way to end our final day in Ubud. So I filmed a bunch of stuff last night to show you what we were getting up to. We went to this incredible restaurant called Jungle Fish in the upper deck, I believe the resort is called, and it has this incredible view, but the downside was we went for dinner, so it was nighttime and it was dark, but the food was really good. Nice.
It's tasty.
It's tasty.
Really tasty.
At least we got one more Bali sunset, even if it was from the airport.